YouTube was an adjustment with my passion and family. Yes, YouTube was not a choice, but YouTube was the option, or YouTube was the only option left for me. So initially it was an adjustment and now it's my life. Hello everyone, welcome to the first Q&A session of techiesms. Recently, I announced the Q&A session on my WhatsApp and Instagram stories, and I got a couple of questions from my subscribers. Most of the questions I got on my WhatsApp number, and two of the questions I got on my Instagram account also. So in this video, I will be answering all the questions asked by you, and all the answers will be non-scripted. So you will be observing the honest answers and honest reactions. So let's get started. So first question is, now we are doing projects with ESP boards, and can we develop this project to product level using the ESP boards? Is it possible? Yes, it is possible. Once in the live session of Ubidots, I asked the same questions and the expert sitting on the other side gave the answer that yes, it is possible to make products using the ESP board because all the design of that particular modules are open source. So yes, you can make products using that particular chip. In fact, there are already some products available in the market which uses the same ESP chip. Okay, so next question comes is, most of your content is based on IoT. Are you going to put some other interesting content? Love your channel and your efforts. Thank you. Thank you so much for showing your love towards our channel. And yes, most of the content on my channel is based on IoT because IoT is something to which I'm most fascinated right now. But it's not like I will be stuck into this IoT only. I do have plans to jump into another field other than IoT. So yes, you will be finding some another content, some different fresh content on my channel in near future. The next question is, how do we program Node MCU ESP8266 to talk to Arduino by RX and TX? This is the question asked to me by many of my subscribers, and I do have plan of making this project in my to-do list. So I will soon work on this particular project and will share a video tutorial on my channel. Okay, so next questions. There are 4 questions asked by this particular guy. So first is, what is your qualification? I have a BE degree in Electronics and Communication from LD College of Engineering, Ahmedabad. Secondly, where from you belong? I belong to Ahmedabad city of Gujarat state. From where did you get new project ideas? From where do I get new project ideas? See, what I believe is I totally believe in passion, and if you are working towards your passion, then magic will happen. You don't need to do much effort on doing great stuff. All the things will happen magically, and that's what happening on techiesms YouTube channel. Electronics, projects, making, educating, sharing, this is all related to my passion. I love making, I love sharing. My mind is always aware of the new electronic products, projects, components, sensors all the time, and hence new project recipes are made all the time in my mind. So it all magically happens if you are working in the direction of your passion. Okay, the last question is, which dish you like in the food? Yeah, it's the all-time favorite, pizza. Next question is, how did you join EFI and when did you join EFI and how? So if I'm not wrong, I joined EFI in May 2016 and I continued till June 2016. It was a 1-month internship. And how did I join? So first of all, those who don't know what EFI is, then EFI stands for Electronics for You. It's a magazine company, you can say a media company which publishes articles on electronics, industries or DIY projects and all that stuff. Okay, so I did internship there for 1 month. And how did I join is, it was the first year of my college when my professor introduced to this EFI magazine, and at that time I subscribed to that EFI magazine, and every month I was reading the content of the EFI, and I was so much fascinated or attracted towards EFI. And in my mind I just had a thought of working for EFI once in my life. And what happened in 3rd year of my college, I don't know why and how, I just dropped a mail directly to the managing director of EFI, Mr. Rahul Chopra. I just sent him the mail by writing that, hey, I myself Sachin Soni and I like to do this kind of stuff. I attached the link of some of my projects which I made in my college time, And I just wrote in that mail that, hey, I can come to your come to ESPI and work for your YouTube channel and have a look over my work and let me know if you are interested, or let me know if you find this project interesting. And I do got reply from that managing director of ESPI, and he just shared his number and we had a telephonic conversation, a kind of interview, and I was in ESPI. So this is how I joined ESPI, right? So next question is ESPI versus ESP32CAM. Which one to buy? Nice. So ESPI and ESP32CAM. Okay, so if you just want to do that camera stuff on this particular chip, then I will suggest ESP32CAM. Why? Because in ESP32CAM you get SD card slot. Not only that, you get the accessible GPIOs also, so that you can do many projects using camera, using GPIOs and using SD card as well. While in ESPI you get nothing except a camera. You don't get any GPIO pins accessible to use. Okay, so I will prefer ESP32CAM if you want to do projects with just camera and the GPIOs. But ESPI has some other features which ESPCAM don't have, which is it has an inbuilt mic. ESPI is made for AIoT projects, so it can recognize our voice and we can make voice controlled projects. We can, you know, make face recognition. We can also do face recognition in the ESP32CAM. So it depends what kind of projects you want to make. Okay, then next question is Raspberry Pi 4B is launched. Share your opinion on that. I just loved Raspberry Pi 4B, and what I think is Raspberry Pi Foundation are moving towards the personal computing range. I mean, using Raspberry Pi 4B, you can do all your basic stuffs like your office work, like web streaming, web browsing, YouTube streaming, and all that music streaming, all that basic stuff you can easily do using the Raspberry Pi board, and it costs much lower than the basic computer or basic laptop. So what I think, Raspberry Pi moving into that direction by giving the USB 3.0 for high data transfer speed, gigabit Ethernet, no doubt, and 4 GB of RAM and amazing processors and whatnot. Raspberry Pi 4B has a lot of features, and I will also attach a link in the description in which one guy is comparing the Raspberry Pi 4B with the Raspberry Pi 3B Plus model, and you will observe a lot of difference in performance, in speed, in data transfer rate, and a lot of other things. So do watch that video out. Further, he asked that, also tell me that why you haven't made any project of Raspberry Pi. See, I make project based on content, not project based on boards. Okay, if particular content of particular project can be made using Arduino, using ESP, I will prefer that only. I won't prefer Raspberry Pi or Python for that particular project. But if any of the project is made using Python only or Raspberry Pi only, then I will move towards that particular thing. This is my choice of boards. So if particular thing is working on this Arduino, I'll prefer the Arduino. But there are some projects right now in my to-do list which are only be made on Raspberry Pi. So in future you will be finding some Raspberry Pi projects as well on my channel. Further, he asked that, do you think 5G IoT industry is rapidly developed? Yes, of course. 5G, 5th generation of mobile communication, means higher speed, higher data transfer rate, higher bandwidth, and range will be increased, more secure. So talking about IoT, the first term is internet, and so in IoT, internet is the basic thing, and if we are getting faster internet, then yes, IoT industry will definitely get benefited, and it will definitely be evolved after 5G. Okay, and there are chances of hacking. See, there are always chances of hacking if we are talking about cloud computing, Internet of Things. We can't, stop hacking 100%, but we can always try to improve our systems, improve the security. But there are always chances of hacking if we are talking about cloud server and stuff like that. So can't do anything with that. Okay. Next question is, how did you came up with your channel's name? Channel's name, techiesms. See, so it was like, I don't know what was thought running on my mind at that time when I was deciding the channel name, but what's the meaning of the channel, that I can tell you. See, techie is a personality, like geeky, techie, so it's kind of a personality. Okay, so my content was based on electronics, so I decided techie to be a suitable name for that particular channel, particular content. And techie is a personality of whom? So techie is a personality of SMS. SMS stands for Sachin M Soni, which is myself, and that's how I evolved a name called Techie SMS. Kind of weird name. Still many of the people don't pronounce it correctly. Some says techiesms, some says techiesms and whatnot, but this is how this name evolved. Okay, how was the start? Did you get decent views initially? I didn't get decent views initially, but let me share you one thing, that YouTube was an adjustment with my passion and family. Yes, YouTube was not a choice, but YouTube was the option, or YouTube was the only option left for me. See, what happened is that I belong to a typically Indian middle class family with a very conservative mind, that if you are the only boy child in your house, okay, the parents don't prefer to migrate that child, or to send that child into abroad or any other country or any other state for working, because then the parents will left alone. Okay, so they feel insecure alone, so they want their child to stay with them only. And I am belonging to that particular family who wants the child to stay at home at Ahmedabad city only. Now in Ahmedabad there are no such companies or organizations in which I love to work. I'm a bit technical guy. I love to make new projects, and I want that kind of company, but that kind of companies don't exist in this city. Then you need to shift towards Bangalore or Pune or Mumbai, Delhi. You need to shift outside this Gujarat, okay, and that was not possible in my case. So I started this YouTube channel just to make projects and just to shoot that project. Initially there was no idea of sharing. I just made the project, and I'm just telling out how this work and how did I make and all that stuff. Initially there was no plan of making tutorials kind of thing. Just shooting the project was the task for me. So using YouTube, I was satisfying my passion. I was moving in the direction of my passion, as well as my parents were happy to see me in this town only. So it was an adjustment initially, but right now it is the best thing I'm doing right now. Yeah, YouTube, I just love making these videos. I just love learning new things and sharing new things, educating new things, meeting new people and all that stuff. I'm just loving this kind of thing. So initially it was an adjustment, and now it's my life. So next question is, what are you doing as your career? As a career, then I am right now in my father's business. So by profession, I am a businessman, and I am also doing this YouTube as a hobby, you can say, or as a passion, stuff like that. So this is what I'm doing right now. Then next question is, what is the career scope in robotics and automation in India for me as a 10th student? Talking about robotics, then I'm not that much fascinated towards robotics. If you observe my channel, there is not a single video of robots or robotics you will find on my channel. So I'm not that much fascinated towards that particular field. But talking about automation, then yes, there is a lot of scope of automation in India right now. There are very few people who have the automation in their house already installed by some companies. There are major group of people still don't have this automation, and they will definitely move towards automation in near future, in 2020 or 2021 maybe. So there is a scope of automation in India a lot right now. Next question is, find the way SIM module connect with ESP board, TX and RX controlling the command, not SMS. See, this is also the project which is in my to-do list, so I will try to make that video as soon as I complete this project, okay? So next question is, hello sir, I have a question related to an event. I want to ask that when you are going to conduct events in Pune related to IoT or AI. See, right now, no plans of any event in any other state or any other city. In Ahmedabad, maybe I can conduct, but no plans right now, okay? Next question is, why you left EFI? I didn't left EFI. It was an internship for 1 month only. I was having my college. I was in 3rd year of my college, and I just joined EFI in the vacation time, right? I was having a 1 month vacation, so I just applied for the internship, and I did the internship for 1 month, and yeah, from May to June I did the internship. Next question is, I'm making a project regarding face recognition attendance through Python. Can you make a tutorial on how to use OpenCV in Python? Add it to the to-do list. I'll try to make it. Next is, I also wanted to ask that how to got to know so much about IoT. Even I wanted to learn, so please let me know. This question's answer is also related to that passion term only. I love doing this, I'm always into this, and hence in my mind, magical thing happens. I don't know any particular answer of this other than that passion term. I really don't know. Moving ahead, I wanted to ask that, are you actually a jeweler or you just gave an example in that MQTT video? No, I'm actually a jeweler. Then next question is how to use Mosquitto Mqtt. I already made a video. I will attach its link in the description. What is your view on Raspberry Pi 4? I already said in the video. Next question is, hey, how can we control the speed of 5-volt Raspberry Pi fan using Node MCU? Via PWM, using transistor circuit, you can easily control the speed of the fan. So that was all questions on the WhatsApp. Talking about Instagram, I got 2 questions and let's have a look toward that question also. So question is, how you got to know so much about IoT? Just follow your passion and you will be doing some magical stuffs into your particular field. I like IoT, I'm doing this stuff, it's my passion, it's my hobby, and hence this magical thing happens. The same answer. So second question is, when and what made you start a tech instructional YouTube channel? As I told, initially I started as an adjustment with my passion and family, and right now this is my everything. Okay, so this was the answer about this question. So yeah, these were all the questions asked to me by all of you. I really loved the question. I really loved that you took interest in myself, in my work, on how I started, where do I belong. I really liked that you took interest in myself. Thank you so much for asking this all amazing questions. I really look forward to make such Q&A sessions more onto this techiesms channel regularly. Let's see when next Q&A happens. So yeah, this was all about the first session of Q&A. I hope you liked this video. I hope you got to know more about myself, my work and my channel. Subscribe my channel if you haven't to see some amazing project tutorials on IoT, automation and electronics. And other than projects, I also used to make some getting started videos on different electronic products and sensors. I also used to make some short but useful tips and tricks. And in the end, I also used to make some explained videos regarding any sensor or technology. So just wait for my next video. Until then, explore, learn, share with me, techiesms.